Welcome back to Marketing for Your Future. I am your host, David Benfit. On this show, we speak to digital marketing experts to give you tips, tricks of the trade, cool little ideas to help make you a better marketer yourself. Joining me today all the way from Atlanta, Georgia is Chris DeBlasio from Agency 850. Chris, how you doing today, man?
David, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing very well, Just waiting for those Braves to kickstart. Can't wait for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Yep. The stadium. Have you been to the new stadium?
I have. I've been several times. It's a beautiful park. The walk up to it's great. Everything around it's wonderful. I can't get enough of it, man. So hey, let's talk about Agency 850. What do you guys specialize in?
Yeah, so Agency 850, we're an entertainment marketing company, and we do a lot of things in the entertainment business, product placement, digital marketing for movies, TV shows, that type of stuff. I work as an EP, as an executive producer, so I work in packaging. I work with high net worth individuals to invest in movies and TV shows and get them on streaming platforms and theaters near you.
That's pretty cool. We got a TV show going right here.
Yeah, I know. And we're live. This is the first time on this platform that I've actually used it. So I'm very impressed.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. So let's talk about the future. How do you see marketing changing over the course of the next decade?
Well, one of the things that, entertainment business aside, on the regular sides, we have a podcasting end of our company, a podcasting division of our company. I believe on far as marketing, podcasting for people that don't leverage their social media is such a great opportunity for them because when you're like this, right? We're doing a podcast here, and so we're able to do it remotely. You can meet a lot of different people, but also it's giving you that exposure online. A lot of people, what I find is if they're, say, baby boomers, Gen Xers, or older millennials, they know they're supposed to be active on social media. It's just they don't have the know-how. Like they don't have the know-how, or they don't have the crew behind them. And having a production team behind them to generate content consistently online helps them build influence, helps build their personal brand, and it also helps brand their company because they're talking about things that they know. And so we decided that, we still work in the movie industry, but we opened up this very specific podcasting production end of our company to help a lot of CEOs and founders and people with running their business to get exposure leveraging podcasting.
So it's kind of like they need to bridge the gap between being a CEO and the customer themselves, like directly speaking to them and trying to make a connection.
Yes, absolutely. Because you're building brand, right? It's about personal branding. And so when you're the face of a company, when you're the leader of a company, you want to be able to talk about the things that you know and have a connection with your audience. The only way you can do that is through social media at a massive scale. But also, if you're doing it on a video podcast, and when I talk about podcasts, I don't just talk about audio. I talk about like what we're doing right now. It's a video, right? It's video podcast. Video on social media, when you're consistently pushing out content, people start listening to what you're having to say, and then you're building a following. And once you start building a following, people start trusting you more, and everybody knows as a business owner, people do business with who they know and who they trust. And this weird thing happens on social media where when people see you all the time and you're giving good, valuable information, they start building that relationship with you, even though they've never met you. So when that time comes for them to do business with you, it's going to be that much easier because they feel like they've already known you, they already respect you, and they look at you as the thought leader.
Right. It makes sense. The more you see somebody, the more exposure you have to them, the more you feel comfortable with them, regardless of whether you actually met them or not. I mean, we see that with like news anchors and stuff, right? You watch the guy on your local news for the last 30 years because, even though you've never met the guy, you just trust him. He's got my back. Yeah. So last question. We've got about a minute left. So what would be like a key piece of advice for a young marketer? Like what's the one thing that they really need to focus in on?
One piece of advice I would give is, well, I think this goes to anybody that's an entrepreneur and somebody that is in the marketing space. Do do the thing that you love that comes natural to you, right? So in the world of marketing, there's many different forms of marketing, right? So you can do your traditional, you can do TV and radio and billboards. God forbid, don't do those. But there's a lot of things, social media, right? The thing is that find what you love. So in my case, I worked in the movie industry, you know, pretty much my entire life. I understand advertising. I've been that pretty much my entire life. I married the two. I do product placement. I work in the movie business, right? But it's still marketing. And so my advice would be to find that what you're really good at and go after that.
I like it. It's great advice. Know what you're good at, stick with it, perfect it. So thanks very much for being on the show today. It was really insightful. We really appreciate you having you on the show.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man.
Right on. All right, so if you'd like to learn more about Agency 850, head to dailyadbrief.com. Unfortunately, that's going to do it for us today. I'm your host, David Benfield. We will see you next time.